Hey guys, I've got a fun video for you today. I'm doing a haul, but it's a very special haul. It is what I purchased while the Glam Dr. Mona Khan was here visiting. She came out last weekend, the first weekend in April, and we hung out, and anyway, we're going to talk all about her trip here and show you what we got. And this is in collaboration not only with the Glam Dr. Mona Khan, but also with Risadoesmakeup. She was able to meet up with us one day, even though it was a holiday weekend. She was able to squeeze us in, and I was so excited that she was able to meet up with us and that she could meet Mona. And we also had another friend of ours, Carla, join us, and it was just a ton of fun. The four of us just we had a little bit too much fun, which I will also talk about in the video. So if you're interested to see what I got, what we did, and hear me talk about the weekend, then just stay tuned. So as you guys know, the Glam Dr. Mona Khan came to visit. We talked about it, and before she came, we had all these plans about filming, and we were gonna do like, I don't know, we were really gonna do 2 or 4 videos, obviously, to do one on each channel, and we were gonna do Top 5 Tuesdays together, and we were gonna do like a get ready with me and a haul video while she was here. I'm sorry to say we had a little bit too much fun. So she was basically here Friday through the end of the day, Sunday, and by the time Sunday came, which was the day that we had set aside to film, I was exhausted. She was, well, I'll let her tell you, but she was a little hungover. Just a little. So we didn't do that day. Let me just tell you, we basically ate and went back to bed, and then ate and then went back to bed. That's all we did on Sunday. So we had a wonderful time. So she came in on Friday, and we met up with Risadoesmakeup, and they're going to be showing you what they hauled. Definitely check out their videos. I'm going to link to their channels and their videos down below. But we just had such a grand old time. So we decided to start out at Caesars, and we went to the Forum shops there because they just have a lot of stores there. They have Sephora, they have a NARS boutique, they have a Chanel boutique, they have a Dior boutique. I think they had a MAC, but that closed, I believe. I'm not sure, actually. Anyway, so we did some damage there. Now, I've already showed you what I got at the NARS boutique. The new highlighting powders, I got those during our trip there. So those are the 3 new highlighting powders. I'll link to that video either down below or up here in one of the cards or whatever, but check that out if you're interested in highlighting powders. I purchased the 3 lightest ones. I got Albatross, which is this guy. This is basically a reformulated color that's in their existing line. I also purchased Capri, which is like a light pinky toned highlighter. And I also got Fort de France, which is actually what I have on my face right now. And that's this one. I've already gone in pretty hard. You can see, I don't know if you can see actually, but all the powder that's like missing. Anyway, so for more information on these powders, check out my video. And I also picked up, now this is not a new product, and of course I can't find it right now. I also got one of the blush duos that's part of the 413 Bleecker Street exclusive line. And I was looking for like a bright pink blush, and this just really caught my eye, and I really like this one too. Anyway, you can do some fun things with these two. So here is the lighter pink. There are no names for these blushes, it's just the 413 Bleecker. So that is the bright pink blush. I hope you guys can see that. And then this is the lighter, more lilac-y shade. But that's the color down there. So I really like this duo. I actually used this blush, I think, in my highlighting powder video. Yeah, I think I may have put this on, but it's a really great springy color, and it really kind of like just brightens up your face. So I'm loving this. So those are the things that I got at the NARS boutique there at Caesars. And then we walked over to Chanel. Always trouble, trouble. And I picked up 3 things there. So I got 2 of like the potted eyeshadows, the Illusion d'Ombre, and I also picked up a blush. So let me show you this blush first. So it comes in the Chanel box, of course, and the velvet pouch, typical Chanel packaging. And here is the blush. Here is Burnt Coral. It's what I have on at the moment. It is such a pretty, pretty color, and I love Chanel blushes. They blend so easily, they're really pigmented, and they always have like a really pretty sheen to them. Do you see that kind of gold sheen to this? It's so pretty. So I went in a little heavy-handed, and I could very, very easily buff it out. It's what I love about Chanel blushes. They're really pigmented and they go on really, really strong, but they just blend so effortlessly. They're just amazing quality. So, so that's the blush that I got. So the two Illusion d'Ombre eyeshadows that I got, I have both of them on my eyes right now. I freaking love these. So these are, I believe these are like the older formula. They're a little bit more spongy and softer than the newer formula of their potted eyeshadows, which feel a little bit more putty-like. But this is a colorway, I can't pronounce this word. I think it's Convoitisse. It's color number 90, let's just say that. And it's this beautiful gold, sheeny shade. It's so, so beautiful. I basically have it on the inner corners there. It's so pretty. And I also picked up New Moon. Now, New Moon was a color, I don't know if I just overlooked it, or I think initially when I looked at it, I thought, you know, it's just too glittery for me. And it is glittery. It's definitely glittery. But it's so beautiful. It's such a beautiful color. And one of the friends that I was with, Carla, she was like, girl, she was like, you have to have this. She's like, I can't believe you don't have this color. I was like, all right, all right. And wow, is she not right? Look at that color right there. Sorry, flicking you off again. That is New Moon. So it's this like rosy gold, really glittery shadow. And that's what I have basically over like the main portion of my lids. Just stunning. I'm so glad she talked me into it. It is a beautiful, beautiful color. So those are the three things that I got at Chanel. I'm trying to think if we got anything else that day. I don't think so. We did end up going to eat at Smashburger for lunch. And then that night we went over to Planet Hollywood and we had dinner at Koi, which was awesome. Koi was one of my favorite restaurants in New York. It was right by where I used to work and it was just convenient, and I used to go there for lunch all the time, or if people were in town and I needed to meet them after work, I would always suggest there. It was just great. You could eat at the bar or whatever. So anyway, if you're in New York, I think, well, Koi is actually from LA. So if you're in LA, New York, I think they have a bunch of locations, or here in Vegas, definitely check out Koi. Such good crispy rice. If you're into crispy rice, definitely get the crispy rice there. So we did that, and then we popped into the Sephora at Planet Hollywood, but none of us got anything because we're kind of waiting for the VIB sale. So that's what I got that day. And then the next day, unfortunately, Risa couldn't join us again because she had to prepare for the holidays and stuff. So it was Mona, Carla, and I, and we went to the Fashion Show Mall, which has like Neiman Marcus and Nordstrom. And we headed over to Nordstrom first. The sales associate that I used to work with at Saks, she's the one that worked at the Chanel counter, but she always helped me with Chantecaille, and she's the one that actually got me into Chantecaille. Anyway, she moved over to Nordstrom and is now the counter manager at Bobbi Brown. So she was like, come visit me there. I don't know about you guys, like I used to love Bobbi Brown, and then, I don't know, I just sort of felt a little lukewarm about it. It just kind of became, I don't know, a little boring. And I feel like over the past year, maybe, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it's picking up speed again. I feel like there are more and more things that I feel like they're coming out with that is like piquing my interest. So I went over there, and this is one thing that definitely piqued my interest. And I basically got the last bottle there. I don't even know if this is available online anywhere. I hope it is. If it is, I will definitely link to it down below. But this is the Bobbi Brown All Over Glow. This is amazing. It's more than just a liquid highlighter because it doesn't feel lotiony. It is squalene based. So it has this really interesting kind of gel-like, I really don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's just sort of like jelly-like kind of consistency. And here's like a bit of it on my hand. So not only do you get highlighting properties from like the kind of metallic sheen in there, but you also get it from like the glossiness of the actual, you know, formula, of the actual gel. So it's really, really beautiful. It does not set down completely, but it does dry out a little bit. When you first put it on, you're gonna think, ooh, this is like a little greasy, this is a little oily, but it does dry down a little bit so that it just feels, I don't know, it just feels like a nice layer of moisture. It's really, really lovely. So I like how subtle it is. I like that it's not glittery at all. And I actually have it on underneath my powder foundation today. And I love that because the powder foundation allows it to kind of peek through. and it just gives your skin just a really beautiful sheen. So anyway, at the moment, this is limited edition. It's been a hit. I will try and find it online and link to it down below. I also picked up a bunch of eyeshadows. So they're all singles and it's all completely random, and I don't think any of them are particularly new. So I picked up one of the Luxe eyeshadows. These are the ones that you can use wet and dry. They come in this like really pretty gold compact, and they're just beautiful. So a lot of the shades, like taupey or more natural shades, were sold out. So I just decided to go for this purpley shade. I've been feeling a little bit purpley. It is just beautiful. It has like a really dramatic black base. Oh my God. It is so, so beautiful. I can't get enough of this. And wet, it's even better. Like the purple really comes out. So dry, you see a little bit more of the black, and wet, you see a little bit more of the purple. It's just stunning. It's really beautiful. And then I also got this great, the makeup artist there suggested this. He was like, it's just a great transition shade. If you're ever missing that in a palette, this is a great kind of like fill in. So this is the color Camel in number 5. And I had that on my eyes, and he was right. It kind of just works with everything. That's the shade, and that's Camel. And I do like most of the Bobbi Brown single eyeshadow shades. The formula is really, really great. They're not, you know, they're not too soft, they're not too dry, they're not super powdery, they blend out great. They're just a great kind of all-around eyeshadow. And then I asked the makeup artist, I was like, well, what's your favorite thing out of the line? And he said the sparkle eyeshadows. And these are basically like Bobbi Brown's sparkle toppers, basically. So I got the color Cement, and they have like a whole bunch of sparkle eyeshadows. It was really hard for me to decide, but I decided to go for this one. And this totally reminds me of, you know, the Tom Ford duos, the eyeshadow duos, and it has a topper on top. It has the same feeling as those toppers on top, but these are actually more pigmented. So look at that. So you can wear these alone, or you can definitely use like a brush for a sheer application and just sort of use it as a topper. But with your finger, you're definitely going to get like the most opaque payoff there. They gave me a nice free gift. This is a huge, like, deluxe sample size of one of their new crushed lip colors in the shade Ruby. Let me swatch that up here. So here is Ruby. And this has a really nice, kind of like sheer, moisturizing kind of lip product. Really, really nice. Great for summertime, easy to wear. So this will give your lips kind of like that, like popsicle stain appearance. Really pretty. So that's what I picked up at Nordstrom. And then later on in the day, we actually had appointments over at Neiman Marcus at the Tom Ford counter. They were doing this huge event to launch their Extreme Shadows, which, you know, I'm not a fan of, but I really wanted to go and get made up because we're going out later that night. And one of my favorite makeup artists, and I had no idea he was going to be there, but one of my favorite makeup artists was like the makeup artist that was there and kind of like doing the eye look. His name is Alan Aponte, and I follow him. I've basically found him on Instagram, and I can't even remember how I found him, but oh my God, his looks are so amazing. He's got that great kind of like flawless skin, bold brow, like just, you know, glowy eye look to all of his makeup looks. They're just gorgeous. So when we walked in and I was like, okay, great, what's going on today? My sales associate there was like, oh yeah, we have our makeup artist, you know, Alan Aponte. And I was like, wait a second. So if you guys follow me on Instagram, I posted pictures of the eye look that he did, and I couldn't believe it. I was a little bit starstruck. So I was so excited that he was the one that did my makeup. So I had a great time. I ended up purchasing a few lipsticks. It's like I'm a masochist. You know, I just went through my Tom Ford lipsticks and got rid of a bunch because they went bad, and I went back and got more. So these are the ones that I got. So I got Sugar Glider, which is on my lips right now, and I was just looking for kind of like cooler, pinkier kind of tones. I have a lot of warm colors in my lipstick collection in general, so I just wanted like ones that were a little bit cooler. So this is Sugar Glider, and again, it's what I have on my lips today, and I have run out of arm room. Let me do it down here. So this is Sugar Glider. And then I also got the color Devore. I think is how you pronounce it. And this is one that is a little bit more pinky, less mauve than Sugar Glider. So here is DOMBRE. Sorry, these swatches suck. I decided to check out one of the new Ultra Shine lip colors from the Soleil collection. So I thought these were basically repackaged from their Shine lip colors, just repackaged in the white case, but these are actually reformulated. So they're supposed to be a little bit more pigmented than the regular Shine lipsticks. So this is in the color Delectable? Yeah, Delectable. So this is a great kind of pinky shade. So that I thought would be really nice for spring, summer. Isn't that a pretty pink? So that is Delectable. And then I also picked up another Eye Kohl Intense, and I got it in the shade Bruise, which is what I have on my eyes today. It's something that Alan put on my eyes when he was doing my eyes, and I just really liked it. You know, usually if I don't want black, I usually just go for brown. I don't have any purple eyeliners in my collection, and I thought that's a really nice alternative to black. It's a little bit softer, but yet it's very effective. So here it is, just regular pencil, and it's a really nice dark purple color there. Really pretty. It kind of has a nice brown like under base to it. So that's what I got at the Tom Ford event, and then they were giving out these gifts as kind of a thank you for us coming, and it comes in this little box with a little ribbon. I haven't even opened it because I wanted to show you guys the pretty packaging, but let's see what is inside. I hear a couple things rattling in there. Got a little lip color in True Coral. I was afraid it was going to be an Indian Rose. I was like, I have a gazillion of those little Indian Rose deluxe samples, but here is True Coral. Ooh, pretty. I am definitely going to wear that. And then I also got, what is this? Sol di Positano, little deluxe sample there. I really like that scent, so that is going to be very handy for traveling. And then I got two more. Let's see. Soleil Blanc and Vanille Fatale. So 3 deluxe perfume samples and 1 lip sample, so not bad. And then Mona and I snuck away and we went to the Estee Lauder, the company cosmetic store, where they basically have like off-price stuff, and they have a huge Tom Ford section. So I got one of the cream color for eyes in the color Spice, which I don't have. This is such a beautiful, warm, brown, metallic color. So these are those potted cream shadows. And here is Spice. Let me put that right here. Isn't that pretty? So I'm excited to use this. And I don't know how much these are regularly, but at the store there, it was $32.25. So not bad, because I think these are over 50, maybe? So then later on Saturday night, we had dinner at El Segundo, which is a Mexican restaurant at Fashion Show Mall. And then Mona and I went across the street to the Wynn, and we saw Le Rêve, which is the Dream. It's the Wynn's show, basically. And I didn't realize that it was basically like a water show. And it's very like Cirque du Soleil-ish. It was so much fun. It was an hour and a half, no intermission, just straight through. And it was great. It was like such a feast for the eyes. It was really, really beautiful. And, you know, it's like I'm watching all of these acrobats, and all I kept thinking was, oh man, I gotta work out more. But they were phenomenal. It was really, really phenomenal. If you guys are ever in Vegas and you need to see a show, like you've seen all the Cirque du Soleil ones, check out Le Rêve. I thought it was really great. And the theater that was in is round. So basically every seat is good. And they had like 3 entrances. And so everything was mimicked like in 3 different ways, so basically in every direction. So really it was like no matter what seat you got, it was great, and things were like way up. So if you got a seat that was like way up in the theater, it was great too. You actually got a great vantage point. I mean, it's wonderful. It's a wonderful theater, wonderful show. And then Mona left the next day, and like I said, we kind of just ate and slept the whole day. So I'm sorry, we just couldn't get our act together to actually film something. We promised ourselves once we do this again that we will definitely film and probably make it a priority, like not leave it to the end of the trip, but do it at the beginning of the trip, because That just makes much more sense. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed my haul. Definitely let me know if you have any questions down below. Please subscribe before you leave, and I will see you in my next video.